like it or not, I think AI is here to stand, and AI is here to change the world. And I realize even many people are using AI to do their posters and everything. And I start to fear because I feel that the design industry is the first to be hit.
A lot of people think that if the product is good, then it can sell by itself. Not actually. It's the relationship. Because sometimes I buy, it's not because of the product. I buy because of you. Tupperware is still around, but they are under bankruptcy, if I'm not mistaken. Yes,
Oh, wow.
they've been declared bankrupt because their product is so good.
Hey guys, welcome to Yes Academy podcast. And here with me, Mr. Pang.
And Leo, welcome back, everybody, and welcome to another episode of our Yes Academy podcast. So, how have you been, Leo?
Energized
Energized.
and very happy.
Tell me more about it. You know what happened over the last couple of days. I understand there's something exciting happened over the last couple of days.
Yeah, I have actually a lot of things to share. Like, for example, my team actually did a very powerful podcast yesterday. Okay, it was a very good casting and it was professionally done, just like a TV news station.
Okay.
And then not only that, the production in my China factory is really running.
All right.
And things are really going on a smooth track. Yeah, it came with some hurdles, but we managed it. Yeah, it's always the grind.
Nice. And you recently launched a new product.
Oh yes,
Tell us a bit about it.
Well, the whole thing is actually what we do with the product is actually unprecedented to most of our competitors, because most of our competitors focus on the selling rather than the product itself. And we actually did a lot of research into the 5 Ps, okay? And to making sure that the logistic-wise, the pricing-wise is actually relevant.
Okay.
And
just to share with our audience, what are the 5 Ps that you are talking about?
price, place, people, promotions and
service.
Yeah, services. Yeah, and most important of all is that let's. I actually like to simplify that. When we talk about coffee, the brand that comes to your mind is Organogo. That is the go-to brand. And you talk about consumer brand, there is Nescafe. So I can tell you that when I talk about network marketing of 2026 coffee, it will be Yes Global. Because not only the pricing, we talk about the compensation plan and the logistics wise. So we really put in really serious efforts to actually ensure that we are, let's just put it this way, okay? If you have the oil pedal, we step it towards the end. And we know that it will take our competitors very, very long time to actually catch up. Yeah, they had to really set up the infrastructure just to make it happen. So yeah, we are on the right track, and we believe in months to come, things will be changing, and people will actually try to start to realize that, oh, this is how you actually carry out. And not only that, we actually did a lot of, let's put it this way, I anticipated the downfall of USD. So we actually insured ourselves from...
The downfall means the reducing importance of US dollar, right?
Oh, so sorry about that. There's no downfall. I was a depreciation of USD.
The depreciation, yes.
Yeah, intentional depreciation of USD.
Yeah.
So I pretty much understand that things can go chaotic, especially in Malaysia. Yeah. So which is why that we insured ourselves to making sure that we are not really affected by this. Yeah. So it's a series of a lot of things that has been going on.
Yeah. Because especially if you analyze the geopolitics and what is happening in the world right now, there are a lot of things I believe that will be affecting businesses all over the world.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's not easy for them to see how they can pivot, to something that is different from what they are doing now.
Yes. Yeah. So, like it or not, I think AI is here to stand, and AI is here to change the world. And I realize even many people are using AI to do their posters and everything. And I start to fear because I feel that the design industry is the first to be hit so hard, especially design, copywriting, everything to do with computers literally become obsolete, and it's a serious concern, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely, because right now technology is like taking over a lot of the things that we were doing previously. I still remember when 30 years ago when I was I started working and all that, and there was no technology at that time.
Yes.
A lot of things we were doing manually, and that was why we have to really sharpen our business acumen, really understand and see where we can actually get information, for example, and from there, we will derive the strategies. But those were really manual work. Really
Yes.
manual and really hard work as compared to nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, nowadays it's about, are you willing to go into your Google or let's just say Gemini, okay? And then literally type out your questions and double verify.
Exactly. And that's what we have been doing over the last couple of years, where when AI started to come in, we need to incorporate AI, but there wasn't any choices left. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
And in fact, when we were doing research also, just put in any questions you want and they will answer.
Yes.
But of course, one thing that I would like everybody to understand is that even though when we are using AI, some of the information, please rectify and clarify whether those information are correct or not.
Yeah, they might just create their own kind of, just like people will create their own kind of,
True.
Yeah.
Right, that is where we will come into a topic for today. What you have mentioned just now in terms of the new product launching, and very, very relevant to what we are going to talk about now. Remember the last episode we were talking about the 4 quadrants.
Yes.
Yeah, the Enso Patrick's the 4 quadrant. We have market, and then we have products, existing
true.
product, new product, existing market, new market, and that is where, because of this correlation, then we divide them into 4 different quadrants: quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. And also we spoke about the different strategies in each of the quadrant and the actions that you need to take for in each of the quadrant, which are very different. But there were questions that came back and say that, now how do I relate this ENSOF matrix, these 4 quadrants, into the MLM business or the network marketing business?
Yes.
This, I believe that a lot of questions came, and this is why we would like to address it today in over the next couple of episodes.
Yes.
How network marketers can use the ENSOF matrix or the 4 quadrants and develop the right strategies and also the right actions.
I believe a lot of people are very excited about this because we're going to put it into our serious offline training, I believe.
Oh, yes.
And I believe a lot of people will actually feel, because knowing the theory is one thing, but to implement it in your business is also another.
Yes. All right, before we go into that, let me test you first.
Okay.
What is quadrant 1?
Existing market, existing product.
All right, thank you. Now, what will be quadrant 2?
Existing product, new market.
Existing market, new product.
Yeah.
Existing market, new product. All right. Quadrant 3.
New product, existing market. No, sorry. Well, it's just a combination of these 2 things.
Yeah, I know. So,
new product, new market will be the last one.
Okay,
but
third quadrant will be new market, existing product. So later on, we're going to use your coffee as an example.
Okay.
We are going to use that because you have been talking about coffee. So let's see how we can introduce new product into existing market. Yeah, that will be a good one. All right, let's start off with Q1 first.
Okay.
Now, Q1 is existing product and existing market.
Yes.
Right? Now, the last time we were talking about is that we want to talk about market penetration.
Yes.
Okay, you need to penetrate the market. Yeah, that is a strategy. Now, what do you actually do in order to be able to penetrate into the market? Or you need to be able to eat into other people's market share?
Well, I think it's not really a... Okay, we mentioned a few strategies before. So for network marketing, it's basically quite straightforward. Every month, we actually have the product of the month.
Yep.
Okay, so it's because we actually have enough SKUs, so we can actually interlace all kinds of products over the year. Every month, we have a different theme and topic. So this month, we're talking about Alpha Max V Plus is for the women's health.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, we do the promotion every now and then to ensure that people actually got excited with our products, they get a good deal of it, and we don't actually repeat, because you can't do promotion forever, every time.
Very true.
Yeah, you
Very
have to
true.
sell values as well.
Correct.
So this particular month, we focuses on the benefits of one particular product. We talk about it. We actually invite people to talk about it, and yeah, it actually creates the kind of momentum. That is how we promote it. And not only that, we not just from the pricing itself, but for promotion-wise, we do a lot of content on social media. Okay, then we try to tell people about it. We try to do events around it. Yeah. And it's Valentine's Day. That's why you have to give your, the lady something else.
Very true, very true. So basically, the word that I would like to share with network marketers when you are operating in this quadrant, because definitely this quadrant is very important because you need to solidify your existing customers, with the current product that you have. Now, the keyword here is this. The keyword here is this: enhance customer relationship. Why you do all that just now? You were talking about promotions and all that. Simply because is that you want to enhance the relationship between the network marketer and also their customers.
That's true.
So the strategy is very straightforward. Number one is enhance the relationship. Number two is build partnership.
Yes.
Yeah, partnership means that, for example, some of the customers, they have used the product and they have gained something from the product. Right now, you want them to move even at a higher level, which means that start doing the business. So that is where they are moving, they are elevating themselves from just normal consuming customers and becoming a business partner. So this is the two things, the two strategies for this quadrant for network marketers. So number one is enhance the relationship. Number two is build business partnership.
Wow. I think it's a very fundamental thing because a lot of times people forget that not only the product is important, but the relationship is the one that sells as well.
Exactly. A lot of people think that if the product is good, then it can sell by itself. Not actually. It's the relationship. Because sometimes I buy is not because of your product. I buy because of you.
That's true.
Because I like you. Right? Yes. Because I like you and you come across as someone that is very sincere, someone that is very honest. Okay, I can accept that. I can trust you. So because the trust has already been built over the years.
Yes.
And because of that, then I will continue buying from you. I'm not going to buy from anybody else.
And not only that, I think season's greetings are extremely important, especially now. Last time we were talking about Happy New Year. Okay, you have to greet all your friends and family and whatever. So I think coming to have a Happy Valentine's Day is not just for your girlfriend, boyfriend thing. Okay, I think it can be also a way where we send our messages to our associates, clients, all kinds of people, and to say that, hey, Happy Valentine's Day, I wish you a happy day.
Correct.
And these things will actually build the relationship and increase the stickiness.
Correct. And why we do all that is simply because we want to enhance the relationship.
Yes.
Yeah, we want to build that and really solidify that relationship. Our relationship is there, but can it be enhanced further? Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what we want to do.
And also, I always tell people that whenever you actually send the messages, I mean, if you really want to put a little bit effort, okay, write. Don't use AI because AI just looks too stale. Yeah, just like write 2 to 3 sentences, not too long, not too short. Something, especially the last line. Okay, it has to have a little bit of hook. Like a little bit of some making people want to reply because whenever that you see the last messages in WhatsApp. Usually, the last 4 or 5 words are the one that matters. Yeah,
and that is what we are going to talk further. Let's go for a short break first, right? Then when we come back from the break, we are going to talk about what are the things we can do to enhance customer relationship and also to build partnership.
All right, be right back.
Yep, good to see all of you again. And where were we just now?
Yeah, we're talking about how are we going to improve the relationship with our customers, existing market.
Okay, now, number one, based on my experience, this is based on my experience, number one is that always keep in touch with the customer.
The golden rule.
Yeah, always keep in touch. Follow up with them, keep in touch with them. Every now and then, when you have the time, go and see them. Now, recently, I was having a gathering with a couple of my friends, and one of the trainer, he was saying that, no, I don't really keep in touch with my friends, with my customers and all that. So I asked him why. Because I want to maintain a distance between the customer and the, sort of a line between the customer and the trainer. I said, well, if you don't enhance your relationship with them, will they be giving you repeat business?
I think maybe he wanted to project himself as a super guru. Yeah.
I don't know, right? But for me personally, because I come from the sales background, so that is why for me is keeping in touch with customers is
Very important.
Very important. Whether we have business or we don't have business, we still keep in touch with customers.
Yes. Yeah. I can understand where he's coming from, but I think it can, unless he has a very big team of people where he can hire a relationship manager. Okay, so he project himself as a super guru or something else.
Yeah, that's possible. That's possible.
But that is when you have a skill.
Yeah. But anyway, that is why for me personally, I always keep in touch with my customers. Like for example, what I do is that during festive season, like Chinese New Year, right? Chinese New Year, I will send some gifts to them personally.
Wow.
On a personal level. Yeah, I will send gifts. Also, I will take this opportunity to sit down and have a nice talk with them.
It's true.
And sort of like catching up also.
Yeah, and who knows, actually I have something for you,
And not only that, and suddenly they may ask some questions. Hey, remember you were talking to me about this product? Yeah. What about it? See, that is where we can start off a conversation that will move directly to the business.
Yes. And I think these are all very basic and fundamental. And we always say one thing that when you have a good relationship with someone else, and then it makes it harder for them to reject you.
Oh yeah, true. And I believe that when you have such a strong relationship with them, then it is much better than any advertisements that you're going to put up, any promotions that you're going to put up.
Yes. Then again, also they have to choose the people they want to associate themselves with, because some people drains their energy. So I always tell them that if you know this person can be a potential good customer, especially existing customers, okay, pay more attention to them, because good things will happen.
Yeah. Now the other one thing, besides always keeping in touch with them, the other thing is that remember the small little things. What it means is this: for example, their birthdays.
Oh, very important.
Yeah. We will send some birthday greetings. Just a normal birthday greetings will do.
Yeah. Just send a postcard. Very conventional, but it works very well. Or just design a postcard where you put in your photos together. That actually gives, you elevate it. It's like, you remember, not only you remember my birthday, but you actually put in, a memory of you guys together.
That would be nice if it is done.
It can even elevate it from the relationship business to something else, the relationship.
Did you do that? Do you do that?
I don't dare to do it now.
Oh, why? There must be a reason.
No, not too much. Ladies, I can do it for ladies 5 to 8 years above my age, that's fine. But less than my age, no, I don't think it's appropriate right now.
Yeah.
But for towards a guy, sometimes I actually do that. Yeah, it's actually something soothing for me as well.
Yeah.
Look at some memories, and I think that's what defines us as human as well. The memories.
Yeah. That is why in Q1 it's more on the human touch.
Yes.
Yeah, we can have that kind of human touch and keeping in touch and remembering the small little things that will really enhance that kind of relationship already.
And maybe you can define some kind of SOPs. I always believe there's something that is duplicable and then doable every day.
Yes.
Maybe we can give them some certain rule of thumb, like how many people they should connect with, and then how should they do it, and then give them like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it will help them to.
Oh yes, that is very true, and that is where your Yes Essence system comes in.
Yes.
Yeah. When Jonathan was talking about 5 people, and within that 1 hour, connect with 5 people.
So maybe we can give them a rule of thumb, for example, 5 people we have to connect every single day in that 1 hour. Okay. Yeah. Then how to really connect to them? We can't just say, "Hi, how are you? Oh, you're fine. Okay, good."
No. That one is not good enough.
I think we can maybe give them some practical approach on something like that.
Correct.
Yeah, because for me, let me tell you one thing. I can talk. Doesn't mean I'm an extrovert.
Okay, now the next one when it comes to also in terms of enhancing the relationship is that I always believe this extra mile service.
Okay, that's true.
I always call it 100 plus 1. 100%, you give 100%, then you add an additional 1 more percent, which means that you go out of your way to actually serve them. your customers, because we do not know whether these customers will become your friends in the future, because some customers, they can actually become your friends.
Yes. So what kind of extra services are you talking about?
Like for example, if they are looking for something that is not, that you don't have, that you don't have, and of course you don't have that kind of product, for example, and you say that it's okay, we don't have the product, but what I'll do is that I'll help you to source for that product. So you are actually going out of your way to actually help the customers to source for something that you don't have.
So helping them to solve a problem.
Yeah, helping them to solve a problem. Why? Why is it that important? It's simply because, number one, is that they trust you, that's why they ask you. Yeah, they trust you, that's why they ask you. Number two is that if you help them, can you imagine if you are able to help them, and in the future, if you need any help, will they help you back also?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is where it is like reciprocal, right? I help you, in the future, you will help me. So that is what I would say, that in the sense that enhancing that human relations, it's part and parcel of that. So walking the extra mile is where we will ensure that not only we are at the customer level, but also we can develop into something that can be very special.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I mean, this is what a lot of politicians do. Yeah, but it's actually very practical because people feel like, okay, now I owe you one thing, or sometimes because, like for example, the person buys from you and you do something, a favor back for them, so it kind of like balances out.
Exactly. Yeah. And also, if you have helped them, they will remember it. They remember, oh yes, yeah. But of course, we have to be, everything is legal, legal and above. So the thing is this, yeah. As long as we help people, people will be very grateful, and they say, okay, in the future, you need any help, let me know. Of course, I will help you to the best of my ability. Please don't ask me to do something that's illegal, which to me is just fine.
Oh my God, the word legal gives me a lot of...
Well, I know in certain businesses that people are talking about the illegal part of it and all that. That's not something that we want to go into, lah.
Yes.
Okay, so that is another one, right? Another example. What will be from your side? What will be the things for existing customers with the existing product for Q1?
Quarter one, I think, like I mentioned, we do a monthly promotion, okay, and then we do a lot of contents revolving around that, okay. Then I think one of the things that we want to do as well is to actually enhance our existing product also, okay, to make it more, let's put it this way, better in terms of formulation. We enhance it to make it more effective as well. So these are things that we do to make sure that we are competitive. Just like, for example, I don't think that iPhone is called a new product anyways. It's really the existing product. So they keep on updating their OS, their hardware, just to match up and keep up with the customers.
Very true. Improving the formulation of your product. Right?
Yes.
That will be under the company, because the network marketers will not be able to do that. So that is why for the company itself, they need to continuously improve on the current products.
Yes.
Yeah, so that with that improvement, they can actually go back and to their customers and tell that we have an improved formulation.
That's true. Yeah.
And because of that, they can actually increase the quantity of sales that they have, right? So that is another way of doing it for Q1. And this one also very important. I'm not sure whether you are doing it or not. Events.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Always, yes. Events, right? Events always connect you back with your current customers. We need that. Because we want to make sure that our customers, they know that, with the events, we know that, yes, a lot of things are coming in. So we want to generate excitement. So that's why we are running events.
And surprise, I mean, a lot of companies like those conventional companies are actually very exciting right now. I mean, we used to look at them as dinosaurs, but recently, even the old Amways and everything, like the one thing I like to actually observe, how the industry leader is actually moving.
Yes, correct.
And they're extremely exciting, actually connecting with the younger generation.
The younger generation.
I would say younger generation. I'm not sure about Gen Z or not, but it's a younger generation.
Yes, correct. Because they need to, because the existing customers, they are getting old.
Yes.
Okay, and they need to. If you don't, they don't target the new groups of customers, then that is where if the customers die, then the products will die with them because there are no new market.
Yes.
Right. So those are the. By the way, just to ask you, your events are mostly, is it virtual or physical?
We do it both.
Both.
Yes. Every 2, 3, 4 months, we'll do offline events. And then after that, not only that, we also do these online events as well. Which I mentioned to you that we do monthly Zoom. It used to be bi-weekly, but too much.
Okay.
Yeah. I would say that the struggle is actually the time zone differences.
Of course,
It's
yes.
easy to actually make a simple Zoom in the middle of, let's say, afternoon. It's fine. But then to actually conduct a Zoom at 10 p.m., okay, it's easy for you as myself, okay? One person is fine, but let's talk about, if you involve staff and all these things, it can be mentally draining. So which is why we adjust it to monthly and making sure that our quality is industry top notch.
Yes. Lesser quantity, higher quality.
That's true. Yeah. Actually, it gives more excitement as well.
Okay. Good. Yeah, those are the few things that we can actually do when we want to enhance the relationship. We're going to go for a short break, and then when we come back, let's see how we can elevate the customers to become business partners.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, that means from normal consumers to become to the one that will be doing the business.
That's very cool. So guys, be right back.
Buddy again, and before we went for the break, we were talking about how to enhance the relationship with their customers and elevating them from one level to another level.
Yes.
And the other part about network marketing also, I understand, is that how to get consumers, those who consume the product, to actually do the business.
Oh, I would say that is an art.
That is an art. Right. So that is why this is your area of expertise. Let's share.
I think this is something to do with a little bit of hype. It's a package of everything. So I recently have this story, okay? So apparently this lady is working in a clinic, okay? Then she wanted to go back into insurance. So I asked her why. And she said, those friends who joined, with me at the same time now, are they having new cars? So I think they're really winning it. I'm like, okay. Maybe you don't know that, this is just having a car doesn't mean you're winning, it's just more commitment. So, yeah. But then I think these are one of the, let's call it testimony, that actually would attract people. Because when people see that you're doing a particular industry and then you're really winning, okay, this is where people feel like, okay, I think this industry is something that we can do, we can commit. I've seen a success story, and then I also want to be like them. Yeah. So I think, this is more or less something that we can learn. Okay. Yeah. So this is why that in direct selling, we actually emphasize on, for example, how to actually tell the success story, create success story. Okay.
Yeah, correct.
Elevate people, from here to here, so that they see the difference in someone else, and then they feel like, okay, they're more confident that someone's actually winning, so that they want to commit their time into the business.
Very true. You see, many years back, I was working with one company. I was doing consultancy for this network marketing company actually for many years, and I actually helped them to set up the whole system when it comes to marketing. And I was actually using this 4-quadrant for that network marketing company. I helped them to develop the whole system when, for example, the Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. Unfortunately, what happened was that I documented everything, and unfortunately, I was looking back and I see whether I could get back the file or not. Unfortunately, it has been lost.
Oh, wow.
So I had to develop the whole thing again. But well, let's see. With our podcast, we are basically documenting it again, and and see whether we can add back to what has been done previously. One of the thing I always tell during that time when we were documenting that is one of the thing is get the current leaders, the network marketers, to identify who are the potential or the prospects in terms of those from current consumers that can be elevated to business partners. Because not everybody will become one. Some will just stay on as consumers. They will just want to consume the product. But some will want to understand more about the business or has the potential to be successful in the business. So that is why we normally will get the leaders themselves to sit down and put down a list of people out of their current customers now, current consumers, and see whether these people have the potential to be elevated to the next level. That means to become business partners. Number one is identify. Number two is to engage them. Engage them here means that what? Talk to them first. Right? Talk to them and see whether they are interested. Because yes, they have the potential, but they don't have the interest, or they may not see it now. So that is why talk to them. And number three, once they are interested, then number three is how? Train them. Okay, train them. And once you have done that training, then constant follow-up with them. Okay, review and control. So constant follow-up with them and to ensure that they are hitting their target that they have set for themselves. So that is the whole structure that we have actually developed those days in terms of identifying, then engaging, then after that training and review and control in terms of how we can help the business partners to become successful also.
Yeah, and actually all these systems are not actually easy because one of the most important recipe, I would say,
Oh yes.
it's actually the氛围, the culture, the vibe, I would say. And this is actually very hard to define and even to create as well. Because there's no definite, like, for example, if you have A, you have B, C, then you have... So the system is important, but what is going to really keep the people together is actually the vibe where people feel, okay, this is my guy, this is my people, and I want to be with these people. So
yes.
Maybe... I don't know, how do we actually tackle that? With the system, okay, how do we ensure that they feel like home?
Right. You see, the system is just a system. How the leaders will use the system and make it their own. That's important. Because I remember Jonathan was talking about duplication. Duplication. Because your business, your kind of business is about duplication. Monkey see, monkey do. And the system is actually a way in terms of how you can duplicate. But how the different leaders will interpret and how they want to adapt it to the different environment, that's up to the different leaders. But the system is the duplication.
It's true.
And also because the nature of your business, you are doing it in different countries. The Russians, they will do it very differently. The Africans will do it very differently. Even the Asians will do it very differently. But everybody will use the same system.
That's true. I mean, one of the common thing that I realize is that it's always the one thing: food. Food brings people together.
Oh yes. In Asia, especially, and when we want to meet someone, let's meet at a coffee shop or at the restaurant. For us, that's our culture. But the way we send the message, we follow the system.
Yes, which is why I think a lot of times when, especially network marketers, right, they actually face a little bit challenge here. They say that they have to spend too much on the food.
It's an investment.
Yes.
But of course, at the same time also, if you do not want to spend on the food, can you invite a few potential leaders, a few of them, potential business partners, to come to their office or to wherever they feel comfortable, sit down with them and have a chat with them. It doesn't have to be at the coffee shop or even at the restaurants.
Yes. And yeah, all these things, which is why sometimes I actually tell them that, you don't, rather than, spending on restaurants, bring to your office, okay?
Correct.
Yeah, there are coffee, there are, biscuits and...
I'm not sure whether you know this one. Tupperware did it many years back. They call it the Tupperware party. What happened in the Tupperware party is this. there will be one person who will be organizing it, and he will call his neighbors, to join his neighbors and his friends to come for the Tupperware party, right? So the Tupperware party, in the Tupperware party, they have these products, Tupperware products, right? Tupperware products, and they will put it up, and then they'll say that, and then they will introduce all these products to the neighbors, to the friends, and of course they can also buy, can also buy those products. So that is where the Tupperware party comes in. So it's like something that is very personal. And at the same time, they follow the system. Okay, this is when people come, this is what you do, pop. And Tupperware party was very, very successful during the 70s and the 80s. But that was where before the technology comes in. But once technology comes in, then Tupperware party died off. But I still remember that part. And when I remember it, I always feel that, that is something that's very personal, which I believe, although it can be in it's not like Tupperware anymore, but you can use like the same concept. Make it personal, because I believe that nowadays people will prefer to be more personal at a more personal level. We can talk on a personal level, and not only that, we can also understand the needs, because the needs of the different business leaders will be very different.
Yeah, I think it's still relevant, to be fair, because I still see some leaders who actually bring their food together, and then they have their own meeting together, and it kind of warmed my heart as well.
Yes, and that is something actually started from Tupperware party way back in the 70s and the 80s, and yeah, I still see they are carrying on now.
Is Tupperware still around? I mean,
Tupperware is still around, but they are under bankruptcy, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, they've been declared bankrupt because their product is so good.
It stands through the test of time.
Yes, correct. Because their product is too good, that is why people can use it for a very long time.
I really still have some Tupperware at home.
Oh, right. Me too. I use Tupperware quite a bit, and the brand Tupperware. But because their product is too good, that's why people are not buying.
And I think kind of like right now, especially the industry is still moving too fast. Every now and then there are new things, so the competition is
correct. So that is why for those of you who wants to develop that business relationship, that means get their converting consumers to become business partners. That means they do the business. Is simply identify, then engage, train them, and review and control. So these are the 4 steps in developing the consumer to become the business partner.
Wow. I think a lot of people actually learn from it. These are all very practical skills that we can apply into a business, and then they can actually duplicate it into their business, and then whatever that people forget. They forget that they didn't do, they can actually enhance the memory right now and then put it into their business.
Yes, and that is what we are going to do with the Yes Accent system.
Yes.
When Jonathan comes back in the next round. So that's what we want to do. We want to develop the system and then to document the system so that everybody, whenever they have the time, they can look at the system, they can watch the system, they can read also, and they can duplicate.
Oh, wow. Talking about the ISS system and Jonathan, so let me give you a little bit of a cookie. I think some leaders from Africa are also flying in.
Oh, that would be nice. Yes.
Yeah. I think they're coming in on between 1st to 6th of March. Yeah.
All right.
But we'll see, because you can have 1 or 2 more speakers, and then there's one radio host who's coming.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
The idea is we need to document the system.
Yes.
And once we are able to document everything, then they can use it for duplication.
Yes. Wow, I'm so excited about it coming.
All right, so that concludes our Q1. So remember, the strategy is to enhance customer relationship and also to build that relationship and to convert consumers to become partners.
Yes, agree. So, I learned so much today as well.
Well, we learn. We still continue to learn because as of this year, this is what. But in the future, things may change.
You're right.
Okay, so let's conclude our episode for this episode.
Yeah, I think one of the good things, like you mentioned, is actually to enhance the relationship, and you have mentioned multiple ways, like to actually enhance, and then especially the Tupperware party. Yeah. where you can actually build good relationship. It's all in all, it's a very good one.
Right. So remember, you must defend your Q1.
Yeah, very important. That is actually the lifeline.
Yeah, your bread and butter.
So guys, thank you guys for watching this episode. And then if you have any comments, okay, please write it down. And then if you love it, please tap on the like and share button. And then we'll see you in the next episode. See you.